Claressa never fails to embarrass the hell out of herself every 1 to 5 business days. Because tell me why she just got dumped by Papoose just 24 hours after getting a tattoo of him and revealing in an interview that she plans to have a baby with him next year. A lot of people don't feel bad for Claressa because first, they feel like she's arrogant for a woman who is obviously being manipulated. Second, they don't like the fact that she's out here doing all this with Papoose knowing damn well he's still a married man with a kid. And third, Remy did warn her that Papoose was going to use her and then throw her to the curb for a younger woman he can actually control, but she thought Remy was trying to destroy her relationship. Hell, it wasn't just Claressa who was thinking this way. A lot of folks were thinking the same thing too. And now here we are. This entire mess went down just a few days ago when Claressa showed up to do her weigh-in for her upcoming fight against Lee Daniels. Once she took off her fur coat to weigh herself, people noticed that she had a tattoo of Papoose's name right by the lower side of her right. And their attention quickly shifted from the reason she was over there in the first place to the tattoo she had. From the looks of it, Claressa wanted us to see this silky tattoo because she deliberately tucked in the bathing suit she was wearing just so the tattoo would be exposed. A lot of people weren't here for this, and they immediately got on her tail to drag her for filth. One person said this her first boyfriend got a B can't tell me different. Did sis tuck the bathing suit so we can see it? Another person said getting another woman's husband name tattooed on you is a weird fact. As if all this wasn't embarrassing enough, she and Papoose were later interviewed by the paparazzi. And when the guy recording them asked Papoose if he would return the favor by also getting a tattoo of Claressa, he didn't sound so enthusiastic. He laughed the question off and Claressa was forced to laugh along with him just to save face. I mean, there she was with the tattoo of her man on her body, only for him to be asked on camera if he'll do the same for her, and he's struggling to give an answer. Yikes.
I know this might sound like a crazy question, but we saw the Papoose tattoo, so I gotta ask, is there a quote tattoo? I gotta ask.
Stay tuned.
Uh-oh, stay tuned. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up.
You know, I'm gonna play the internet games. You know how to stay violent and still out. I had to give him a little peek.
A little sneak peek. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
They had it.
No doubt, no doubt.
Now, tattoo this week.
Yeah.
Now, as I said, this isn't the only thing she's been up to these last few days when it comes to her relationship. Just a couple of days ago, she was sitting in an interview going on and on about how she wants to put her career on hold and start having kids with Papoose next year. Papoose, on the other hand, hasn't once expressed any interest in starting a family with her, even though he's currently living in her house. And his only source of income outside of the little royalties he gets from his music is being her manager. So he basically blows her back out all night, stays in her house, which she reportedly pays for all the bills, eats her food, gets his money from being her manager, blows her back out some more using the energy he gets from the food she buys, but still doesn't want any kids with her. Oh, baby, it's a mess.
Like an expiration date on your career, or is it 8 years and that's it? Or when will you try and go into, having a family, or would you have a kid and then go back to boxing?
That's what I want to do. I feel like I put too much time on hold on having a kid and being married and stuff for boxing already. I'm gonna have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. I'm gonna have a baby next year, and then after I go through my stuff, then I'll come back and fight some more, and then probably have another one, and then do the same thing again. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm, 40, 43, whatever, after my career to have my kids. I want to be able to run at the park with my kids and stuff like that. I don't want to be too old. So I think that keeping my body in shape, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I think that'll also help me too when I'm going through this whole body and life changes.
And just when we thought things couldn't get any messier, rumors are now going around that Papoose is already cheating, and he might even be leaving Claressa in the next few days. He's been sneaking out on her for a hot minute. She would rather put up with that than break things off with him, because she doesn't want folks telling her that Remy told her he was going to do this. This behavior from Claressa isn't surprising at all. She is a very cocky person, and given how much she and Remy have insulted each other these last few months, it's not surprising that she refuses to be in a situation where people will run it in her face that Remy was right all along. If y'all remember, Remy and Pap got into a very nasty and long back and forth not too long ago, after she got served divorce papers. And during that rant, she pretty much prophesied that Papoose was going to do this to Claressa. Remy told Claressa that the only reason Pap was with her was because he couldn't afford to pay rent, and her house is the exact kind of free housing he needs to get his life back together. Remy said Pap put out an image of him and her having the perfect marriage when she was in jail, when in reality he was cheating on her and getting multiple women pregnant.
I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home, I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was there. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying, though. If we keep it up being, I knew she wasn't lying. You refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see.
What women? How do y'all think y'all know what people? What do you tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this like upgrade, downgrade. So and so's broke. This one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
It's my house because I paid for it. All 1.3 million, whatever it was, I paid in cash. With my name on it only. I take care of the kids, I take care of it. So I say, here, you go, you move over here. You're a piece of Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of this, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Well, why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because you're a manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out of his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference, so he acts like he doesn't have a son. He has a son. We have a son. I would be telling you, girl, get your from over there. What are you talking about? That's what I would be doing if that was my friend.
Pap clapped back at these allegations, and he wasn't very nice either. He said he destroyed his holistic career by missing performances and studio sessions just so he could visit her in jail every day during the first year of her sentence. Pap claims he ended up going broke because of this, and all he got back in return when Remy came out was her cheating with every man she met and them gaslighting him like he didn't stand behind her the whole time.
Top of the world, $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet, y'all seen it. Her situation took place, like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to put everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Everybody in my ear, Pat, you gotta get to work. You can't visit her every day. My deal folded. I exhausted all my funds. I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday. I was there. Took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. It came a time where if her son needed certain things, if she had something in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did. Every single thing. That wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. I tolerated your foolishness and your cheating and your adultery for years and years and years for the sake of my child. Everything would be fine and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. That's one of the main problems with you. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult after you cheated. And I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still here. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. Look at the comments. They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on the credit. I never did anything. When people said, we know Pat writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You was. That's why when I started writing it, they saw the difference.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, Remy was sounding a bit bitter in that live. But with all the rumors going around now, people are clowning Claressa because Remy warned her. But she was too caught up with Papoose to listen to anything Remy was saying. Not only is she sleeping with this man, but she's magically feeding him and putting money in his pockets. Once people started dragging her, she got online to deny the allegations and even claim that Papoose is the richest man she knows. Of course, no one believes any of that. They are convinced she's only saying this to save face from the embarrassment Cap has brought on her. As usual, people had their thoughts, like this person who said Claressa needs to be with someone who doesn't have kids. She needs to start fresh with someone, get married and have children with someone not in the public eye. Another person said, I believe Remy. If Papoose were being such a black love king, Remy wouldn't have left. Women don't leave a happy, healthy, providing, loving, loyal home unless something is wrong. Remy said Pap cheated on her multiple times and violated their marriage vows. I believe her. Look at what Pap is doing and how he's doing it. Don't no upright man move fast like that because he'd be grieving or trying to heal. That man about himself and his pockets. Claressa is a check. But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think of Papoose cheating on Claressa? And do y'all think he's gonna leave her? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other messy video.